So today, previously on the channel,
I can already hear you in comments now saying that if you want a real Irish pub experience in Massachusetts, you need to get out of Boston. I will get out of Boston, but you gotta watch the videos.
we set out to test drive Irish pubs in America and see how they fare against the real deal back home. And if there's one thing I've learned on this journey, it's that there is a difference between Irish pubs in America and Irish pubs in Ireland. That's not to say one is better than the other. Irish-American pubs have their own unique charm, just as authentic pubs in Ireland do. What I'm really hoping to do with these videos is highlight the differences, and you can decide for yourself which you prefer. Or maybe like me, you just enjoy both for what they are. Oh, who am I? I'm Diane, I'm an Irish girl from Ireland. I like to sometimes check out stuff in America and give you my view through my own lens. Previously in Massachusetts, we checked out Central Boston, and I did promise you there were more pubs coming in different districts, so today we're checking out Cambridge. Don't worry, I have more districts coming. As ever, we'll be using my completely random, entirely unscientific Diane scoring system.
Very official.
First up, Irish-ness. Is it the real deal, or is it just Irish-y? Does the decor scream Ireland? Are the staff actually Irish? And is there an old man sitting at the bar who's just always there?
Stock market guy.
Bonus points for banter. Next up, Guinness. That's probably the most scientific one. There is a right way and a wrong way to pour Guinness. Step 1, tilt the glass at a 45-degree angle and gently pour to the harp logo. If you know what you're doing, you don't need the specific glass, but the harp logo is a good guideline. Then let it sit. Don't touch it. Don't poke it, don't just top it off. This is the settling phase where the nitrogen cascade separates the professionals from the amateurs. Step 3, once it's settled, top it off very slowly, gently, like a good lover, until you have a creamy dome just above the rim. If you don't do it like this, it's just a dark beer cosplaying as Guinness. And finally marked on the crack. Not crack, crack. That is the vibes, the intangible magic, that extra special something that came to me. Did I feel welcome? Did the place have a spark? As ever, I am just a random Irish girl giving her subjective opinion, so don't take it too seriously. I can only review what I experienced on the day, and if that happened to be a bad day for somebody, it is what it is. So first up, the Grafton Street Pub and Grill, which sits right beside Harvard University. By the way, everybody around there dresses exactly the same, beige pants and some kind of jumper, sweater, pullover thing. I myself have lived and worked on Grafton Street in Dublin, so I do feel uniquely capable of reviewing this place and comparing it to the actual Grafton Street. Let's see if this place measures up.
So I am here at the Grafton Street Pub and Grill. I think I'm the first customer because it doesn't open for another 5 minutes. So woohoo! At the moment they're having like a team building meeting in there, which totally reminds me of when I worked in Adidas on Oxford Street and the manager is talking to you like, we need to sell more shoes, and you're just like, I don't care, Margaret. I don't care about the shoes. I'm just here for the paycheck. That was a good pour.
First up, the Guinness pour. Strong start, tilt and sit. Left to rest, topped up nicely. Good job, Grafton.
But how does it taste?
She's decent.
Kind of lacking something. I don't know how to describe it. It's just not very flavorful, which maybe it's my taste buds. I don't think so. So the venue itself is owned by a group who own different chains of Irish pubs. Globally? Nationally. And it's been here since 1996, but technically not here. So they relocated in 2020. I'm told it is now mostly frequented by graduate students, so I guess people coming back to their alma mater. And it boasts an elaborate menu.
Now, I don't usually order food in Irish pubs when I go to America because honestly, when I'm in an Irish pub in Ireland, it's the last thing I'm thinking about. I'm thinking about alcohol, not food. That said, it is worth noting that the menu here isn't particularly Irish-y themed. They do have something called the Grafton Burger, which ironically I do associate with Grafton Street because there's a restaurant on Grafton Street called Captain America's and I always have a burger there, which reminds me of America. And there's a funny circularity to this. They also have potatoes.
I am told the fish and chips is really good here. Also, they have live music on Fridays and Saturday nights. The ambience is very elaborate. It's like a super pub, more so than like an old man pub or a country pub. It definitely feels city. The decor is super highbrow. I'd be interested to know if they imported the bar and stuff or if it's all new build. To me, it feels very much like if I was a student nearby, this would definitely be the go-to place, especially with the cozy sofas and the little fireplace and things. There is a fireplace, or am I? I've imagined a fire. There is no fireplace. It wouldn't necessarily be my last stop of the night, but it might be my first.
Okay, so let's give Grafton our score. Guinness, good pour but flat taste, 6 out of 10. Irish-ness, very, very cozy but not at all Irish. The tartan and leather chairs were so cute, but it screamed American diner at me more than Irish pub. So if I was just marking on would I like this place to go to because it's really nice, I'd give it a higher mark, but because it's Irishness, it's got to be a 3 out of 10. Not bad at all, just not Irish. Crack, I was there at opening time as I mentioned, so not much happening then. I did however pass later and it was absolutely buzzing with people. It felt cozy enough that if I live nearby, I would like to make it my local to start a night in maybe. The staff were not overly full of banter, not that much crack. And for that reason, I give Crack a 6 out of 10. That gives the Grafton Pub and Grill a 15 out of 30. And just to hammer it home, not because it's not a nice place, it is, it just wasn't that Irish. I would go there, might not be welcome back now. And on to the next.
Next up, we are heading to an Irish pub called the Plough Stars, which is the name of a Sean O'Casey play. I wonder, does it have any connection? We'll find out.
Straight in with another perfect pour. Massachusetts hasn't let us down yet. The barman was welcoming, the pint wasn't overpriced, so we're off to a good start.
Oh, she's a good pint. Sláinte. I was told in advance by the barman that they serve the best Guinness in town. Funny, the last place we went to also said that. She's a very good Guinness, and we are off to a great start in Cambridge with everybody so far knowing how to pull a good pint. I am told that the Guinness Corporation do come here and train everybody how to pour a good pint, which is great customer service. The Plough Stars definitely has a cozy feel. Of course, this is Cambridge, home of Harvard, so there's a lot of students in this area. This one feels a bit more like after work or after a hard day at university. I love the decor. It's really cute with the little fairy lights. And of course it has really cool wall art. I have to say that is a very big thing in Irish American pubs, cool wall art. Let's find out a little bit more about the venue.
The Plough Stars has been around since 1969, opened by two Dublin-born brothers, Peter and Pádraig O'Malley. It's still in the family today, run by Peter's son Gabriel, and here's a great bit. While Peter kept the pub going, Pádraig went on to become an international peace negotiator and apparently even used the bar itself as a neutral ground to bring people together. That's peak Irish, pint first, diplomacy second.
So after having a little chat with the barman Daniel, it's actually more of a place for locals and regulars. And they have music every single night except for Monday evenings. Before turning into the Plough Stars, it actually used to be a spa of all things. I cannot imagine this venue as a spa. The pub itself has been owned since the 60s by the same family, which is very cool. No little old men at the bar. Where did the little old men go?
So scores for the Plough Stars. Irish-ness, ownership fully Irish. Family run, proper Irish decor. I didn't chat with the customers, but I didn't feel like an outsider either, so I'm giving this a solid 8 out of 10. Guinness, a great pint, I'm giving it a 9 out of 10 just because it didn't vacuum my house. Crack, I can see why this place is best known for its conversation. It definitely has a super cozy vibe, and I can imagine with the music playing, it's good for a party. I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10. And that's a very cool 24 out of 30 for the Plough Stars. Our final stop in Cambridge is the Druid, and this was probably the most recommended to me by you guys.
So straight out the gate, we are in with a bit of banter with the artist who made the lovely fella who greeted us outside the door. And what's the thinking behind the sculptures?
And that's the great red herring. I make things out of things that no one finds.
Oh, I love that.
Things.
We love a bit of creativity, we do. But how is the Guinness? Well, it was a perfect pour. And no, you don't have to have it in a Guinness glass once you know what you're doing. Oh, she's a good Guinness. Oh, she's a good Guinness. So let me tell you a little bit more about the Druid pub. This one came highly recommended. Sometimes you guys ask me why I don't come at the busy times, and the reason is because if I came like at 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock in the evening and it was kicking off, I couldn't really record that much, it would be too loud. Like I always say, we take the most we come, we take the most we post. So the Druid is housed in the oldest wooden mercantile building in the city of Cambridge. This is the oldest building. It is very popular among regulars and locals. You can definitely feel that vibe up at the bar. There's a good bit of crack going on here. And obviously being owned by a genuine Irish man from Clare, you got that Irish-ness thing going on. There's a dog! Okay, you know that's gonna affect the score. Well, actual Irish pubs, well, somewhere Irish pubs would let you have a dog in Ireland, but not the city ones so much. I have to meet the dog. It's gotta happen. Hi, Sophie. Hi. Oh, are you a very good girl? I have a dog just like her at home. Yeah, his name is Chewbacca. Hi, baby. You having fun at the pub? Did you get a pint of Guinness? Guinness for Sophie.
So let's mark the Druid. Irish-ness, genuine Irish owners with very Irish feeling with creativity aflow, real banter and friendly locals. I'm giving this one a 9 out of 10. Guinness, yet again a flawless pour, 9 out of 10. Crack, okay, I am biased. There was a dog and that just tilts me over the edge, you know? Nothing improves a pub like a dog. There should always be dogs. Add in the good chats and the promise of live music, I can absolutely picture people up on the tables dancing, giving this one an 8 out of 10. That gives the Druid a grand total of 26 out of 30, our winner today. So that's Cambridge done, and I have one more stop in Massachusetts left to check out, so stay tuned for that one. Shout out today to a couple of patrons.
Our first shout out today comes from Kim Sparks, and she wants to say a big thank you to all of my Irish pals who have appeared on Patreon in the last couple of weeks. Kim says they took time out of their visit with us to film, and she really appreciates that. Thank you so much, Kim. Our second shout out today comes from Jason Moyer, and he wants to shout out all of the families with kids returning to school at all levels. Jason says the first days of kindergarten, high school or college can be stressful for students as well as the parents, and he prays everyone involved has a successful and most importantly safe upcoming school year. Thank you so much, Jason.
Thank you so much, guys. That's it for today. See you on the other side. Bye.